If you clicked on this video, then you're probably trying to figure out how to get this onto this without using this. How's it going, YouTube? This is Skull, and this week we saw a bit of a viral clip. In it, we saw somebody transferring data for a game key card from one Nintendo Switch 2 to another without using internet. Hang on, my cat wants to be in the video. Hi, Binks, how's it going? Been trying to get this made all morning. Okay, I don't think that I can. I'm just going to power ahead. If he's going to ruin the camera, then he's going to ruin the camera. So we have known for a while that you can transfer patches and DLC and stuff like that from one Nintendo Switch to another. In fact, that was one of the earliest videos that I did on the Switch. Stop messing with my camera. That was one of the earliest videos that I did showing off the Nintendo Switch, is transferring an entire game essentially from one Switch to another. Was it fast? No, but it is a way of making sure that these games are playable 10, 20, 50 years from now after the servers have shut down. That brings us to the Nintendo Switch 2. Game key card games are, well, most consumers don't really like them because the game is not on the cartridge. All it is a physical way to tell the servers to download the game. It's basically a physical download code. Although, at least with this, you could still lend it to a friend and resell it. So there is some merit to owning a game key card game. And in the case of several games that are over 64 gigabytes big, it's the only way to really have the game. So at least for those, it's excusable. Pokopia, no excuse whatsoever. Just saying, this is under 10 gigs. They easily could have put this on a cartridge. No excuse. Let's actually talk about Pokopia for just a second here. So this is the newest Pokemon game. It's sort of a cross between Animal Crossing and Minecraft, and people really love it. And by people, I mean everyone except me, because I haven't actually played it yet. But my wife, she's played it. Look at that, played for 205 hours or more. She's put more time into this than The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, Legends of EA. She's played Tears of the Kingdom an insane amount though. She really loves these games. As you can see, we have the game key card there. You can tell because there's a key up there on the top right, which means you need it in your system in order to play. If I were to try and play this without having the garden there, it says insert the game card. It's no different than any other physical game, except it's one that you have to download the whole game onto your Switch 2 first. So with the game key card in there, now if I try and load up the game, no issue. It loads just like any other Nintendo Switch 2 game. With over 200 hours in this game, it's no surprise that she's made herself a nice little community. She's done a whole lot of stuff, most of which I don't even understand. So if you guys want to see a tour of what she's done in this game from her perspective, then let me know in the comments. Maybe I'll make that happen. But for the purposes of this video, all you need to know is that she has the full game on her Switch 2, and I do not. Let's just say it's year 2082. I just turned 90 years old, well on my way to 148, and I want to play Pokopia, but oh no, I never bothered downloading it to my Switch 2. Whatever am I going to do? Well, that's where today's video comes in handy, and again, likely the reason that you guys are here. Today, I am going to be downloading Pokopia from my wife's Switch 2 to my Switch 2 using no internet at all. And I actually haven't really properly watched that viral video yet, so I'm not entirely sure what works and what doesn't here. Let's start by turning on airplane mode, see if that works. And you know what? Let's go ahead and do it on both systems just to make absolutely sure that there's no internet at all between either of them. If I were to launch Nintendo Switch Online on my Switch, if I were to try and do that right now, yep. Cannot connect to the internet because airplane mode is on. Simple as that. Let's go ahead and put the game key cartridge in my Switch 2, and here's the moment of truth. All right, so there's the game, and of course, it should go without saying that if I were to try and start it right now, the software isn't currently on the system. Please re-download the software to continue. If I were to hit the download button, turn airplane mode off when you can. Well, so it won't connect to the internet. Let me go into my wife's Switch 2 and manage software. No, software update, match version with local users. Ooh, yep, you need to have airplane mode off, so this is going to be even more interesting. Okay, the first thing I did is I removed the key card from the console. I didn't want to defeat the purpose by having it accidentally download it as soon as I turned off airplane mode. And then I deleted my internet, and now, as you can see, I have no internet whatsoever on this thing, and more importantly, airplane mode is off as well. If I were to turn airplane mode off on that, let's go ahead and create that group now. And now I should be safe to put this in here with no internet whatsoever. To use this game key card, you'll need to download data. Yep. And there's no internet. Well, that complicates things, doesn't it? How to get this to show up on my home screen in the first place if I don't have access to the internet? Ooh. I gotta do some research on this. Hold on. Okay, I did some research, and guess what? Yeah, of course it can't be that simple. This does need to be inserted at least one time with the internet enabled in order for you to actually get the icon on the screen so you can match versions. That is going to be an issue at some point in the year 2082 when I turn 90 years old while on my way to 148. I sure hope that there's some way that we could figure out how to make that work without having to go through this, because having to connect to the internet one time just get the icon on screen, that's kind of a problem. There might be some way in the future to insert the cartridge and have it show up, but I don't see it right now. Okay, I have internet re-enabled. Wi-Fi, or airplane mode is on. Dang it. How did I do this the first time? It looked so easy. I kind of wish I hadn't deleted that icon now. I'm going to need to go back through the video and see what my steps were, because the icon definitely showed up before I deleted my internet settings. Somebody who's smarter than I am needs to do more research on that. If I have been paying attention, I think if I insert this into here, it'll still prompt me to download the data after the icon has come up. So I think I'm safe to turn off airplane mode, insert the game. What in the world? What's going on here? I have to start a download on the system. That's weird. Okay. Let me go ahead and turn on airplane mode. That is so stupid. Okay, well, for the purposes of this video, I went ahead and deleted all the update information off of that thing. So now we have the home screen with no data whatsoever. So if I were to insert the game now, it's going to tell me that the software isn't currently on the system. Please re-download the software to continue. How did this work so flawlessly the first time? Okay, here we go. Wi-Fi is turned on, but there is none. Airplane is turned off. If this game wanted to download anything, it would do it now. And it is unable to. This is the state that we want to be in. Okay, now let's go to, let's see, software update, match version with local users, create a group with this one, join a group with this one. Make this just a little more visible for you guys. There we go. Go ahead and join. Start. And there we go. It is now transferring. Now, is that so hard, Nintendo? I'm a few seconds late on this, but let's actually go ahead and start a stopwatch just to see how long this will take. It says it's an estimated 13 minutes. I'd say that's a pretty good estimate. Let's go ahead and find out together. And time. So about 18 minutes and maybe 18 and a half minutes, accounting for the time it took for me to open up my stopwatch app. Very quick, actually. Wow, not bad. Even faster than it estimated. And now, still without any internet whatsoever, I am able to launch Pokopia just fine. Ah, you love to see it. Very first time the Switch has ever launched this video game. So you can see it hasn't even said a language yet, so, Nihongo ga haneshimasu ka. Well, that's an experiment done. You can, in fact, transfer a Game Key card game from one Nintendo Switch 2 to another, with the caveat that it needs to actually be on your home screen. Like I said, I'm sure in the future there's going to be some way of making sure that'll happen. And hey, I actually did make it happen just fine when I started this out. I still need to review the footage and figure out how exactly that worked. I would call that a successful experiment. That's pretty cool. And the crazy thing is that it doesn't take that long at all to transfer all that data. What is this, about a minute per gigabyte? So if you were to transfer, say, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, it would take less than 2 hours, which is almost faster than just downloading it from the server in the first place. That's pretty cool. Experiment over. I hope that this was educational, and probably not. If anyone actually watched this all the way to the end, they're probably going to think, well, that was a waste of time. Thanks everyone for watching, and stay tuned for more.